driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Hi everybody, Ernie Portuondo with American Caribbean Real Estate in Mar Azul Marine. Today we're back in the kitchen at Casa Azul in Tavernier, Florida, and we're gonna be making my grandma's famous key lime pie recipe. You're gonna need yourself our famous homemade pie crust, and then for the meringue, you're gonna need some cream of tartar, some vanilla syrup, some sugar, and the whites of 3 eggs. For the filling, we're gonna need a can of condensed milk, along with the yolks of those 3 eggs, and then obviously we need some fresh key limes. So these key limes came from our tree outside in our front yard that I planted in honor of my grandmother when I bought this house. And we're actually gonna go out there right now and grab a few more because I think we're gonna need a few more. Why don't you come out with us and help us pick some fresh key limes. All right, folks, well that should do it. Let's get inside and go make the filling. Time to make the pies. There we go. Extra key limes. Now we're gonna separate our egg yolks from our egg whites. As you know, this is not an easy feat, so hopefully we can pull this off. So folks, right now I am multiplying the recipe times 3. So I'm gonna have 9 eggs and 9 eggs separated into 9 egg yolks and 9 egg whites because I am baking 2 10-inch pies. If you're following the recipe in the description, for 1 8-inch pie, the 3 eggs will give you just enough egg yolks, 3 egg yolks for the filling, and it'll give you the 3 egg whites you need to make the meringue for that 8-inch pie. This recipe is mind-blowing. You're gonna wanna make the 2 10-inch pies. So you're gonna go ahead and just multiply everything times 3. Okay, so now that we're done separating our egg whites and our egg yolks, we're gonna go ahead and set them off to the side because the egg whites have to be at room temperature before you beat them for the meringue. So we're gonna set that off to the side while we chop our limes and squeeze our limes. Remember, you're gonna need a ½ cup of key lime juice fresh for every 8-inch pie and every 3 eggs. So since we're multiplying the recipe times 3 today, we need a cup and a half of fresh key lime juice. So as you can see, I'm gonna be here for a little while. Okay, so you wanna make sure to strain that juice so you don't have any pulp or any pieces of seed in there. And it's real simple, just get yourself a little strainer and then just strain your lime juice right through. Sometimes it'll be pretty clean, but sometimes you will get some pulp and some garbage in there. So you can see right there, just a little bit in there, but you can see it. You just wanna get rid of that. You don't want any pieces in your pie. All right, now that we're ready to go, we're gonna start making the pie filling. We're gonna get our egg yolks. I'm gonna drop them in there. I'm gonna start beating those. So once you've got your eggs beating already and they've started kind of like bubble and fizz up a little bit, you're gonna go ahead and start adding your condensed milk. Remember everybody, I'm using 3 cans of condensed milk because I'm multiplying the recipe times 3 because we're making 2 10-inch pies. Now, if you grew up in a Cuban household like me, you can tell by my physique. You always wanna be the guy who gets the little can with the extra in it. Oh, that's magic right there. That's magic. So once you start to see it kind of fluff up and you'll see the eggs and the condensed milk kind of meld together and get a little fluffier, you'll bring over your lime juice and you'll start pouring it in a little bit at a time. You don't want to drown the whole batter mix by dumping the whole cup in there. You want to let it absorb it little by little so it spreads out through the whole pie. You pour a little bit, let it go, let it smooth itself in, put a little bit more. So when you're achieving the right consistency, it should look like a good pancake batter, like a good pancake mix. Not too thin, not too thick, just light and airy, right in the middle. Check it out. See what she's like. Perfect. That's the exact tartness I like it. So you can see the air bubbles in it, the thickness to it. That's perfect right now. We're gonna go ahead and start layering it into the pie. You don't wanna let it settle. Don't try to fill it because it will come back on you a little bit at a time. You're gonna wanna leave a little bit of crust all the way around the edges. So as you can see, recipe times 3 equals 2 perfectly filled 10-inch pies. So now we're ready to go in the oven. I like to use baking sheets to put underneath the pies because it gets pretty heavy, and as you can see, these aluminum trays will flex on you that these homemade graham cracker crusts are in. Now we're gonna go ahead and put these in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Okay, so now that we've got our pies out of the oven and set on our cooling racks so they cool faster, we're gonna go ahead and put them in the refrigerator so they can set. And while they're setting in the refrigerator, we're gonna go ahead and make our meringue topping. So now we've got our pies cooling in the refrigerator, and you wanna have the pies in there about an hour and a half, 2 hours, let the filling set nicely and thicken. So while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and start making our meringue so we can put the meringue on top and then bake them one more time so we can finish them off. So we're gonna go ahead and add our egg whites into the bowl, pour all of them in there. You're gonna start out slowly. You don't wanna take off too fast and have them go flying everywhere. We'll start letting those beat till they start bubbling up and getting into a nice foam. So once we start seeing that nice white foam and the bubbles on the surface, you go ahead and kick it up one more time and then just leave it there. Let them start beating on their own. You wanna get all the yellow out of it, so you're just gonna work it around till it's all in a nice white bubbly foam. So now it's time to make the magic. We're gonna add our cream of tartar, a little bit at a time. I'm gonna let that mix in for a little bit. And now it's time for the good stuff. A little bit at a time, nice and easy. We're gonna give her a dash of vanilla now. Just start working that flavor in. This is when patience really, really counts. Don't rush it, don't dump the sugar. Will not work out for you. My hat's off to chefs that do this every day. Not an easy task. So meringue is, it's sugar. Everybody loves sugar. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to get my hands and put my hands in this thing and put my fingers in this thing. My grandma would swat my hands away. She'd say, it takes time, niño. It takes time. If you got it right, it should look like pearl white. Our meringue is done, so we're ready to coat the pies with the meringue. Let's grab one pie out. You can put as little as you want or as much as you want. I like my meringue to be nice and high and baked. So I'm no artist, so you're gonna have to bear with me, but just start spreading it all. That one's done. So now that we've finished putting our meringue on our pies, we're gonna put them in the oven. I like to do it on broil. Some people bake them. This has gotta be precise. How much time? I don't know. You have to watch it. Sometimes it does it in 2 minutes, sometimes it does it in 3 minutes, sometimes it does it in a minute and a half. You just want to coat the tops of the peaks in brown. And there they are. We've got them off our baking sheets on cooling grates. This will cool the pie all the way around. As soon as the pie cools from the oven, you want to put it back in the refrigerator because you want to serve your key lime pie cold. And now we've got a beautiful slice of pie. It's time to taste the pie. Right on the money. Oh yeah. All right, well that's it guys. That's my grandma's famous key lime pie recipe. The recipe will be down below in the description. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And please let me know in the comments below what you guys would like to see next. And thank you for watching. Who wants key lime pie? Who wants key lime pie? Who wants key lime